Hi, it's Caroline here with Humble Warrior Yoga, and I am bringing to you a cardio with yoga flow, or what I like to call CardiYO. So we'll get started reclined today. So begin to make your way out to your space. Soles of your feet can come together. Allow your knees to fall open. Or always an option if that's too intense to bring your feet mat width distance and allow your knees to knock together. Either variation will bring some openness into our hips today before we take this into a little bit more high intensity in our practice. So allow yourself to settle. Palms can come to your heart, to your core. Perhaps slip them to face the sky. But here, just begin to notice your breath, notice your thoughts. And just for a moment, letting yourself appreciate this feeling of having slowed down. And especially for a practice that's a little bit more intense, with more of a focus on building heat and getting a little bit sweaty, it's so essential that we take a moment to check in. So in these moments of stillness, I really invite you to bring your awareness to the things that are demanding your attention today. And just keep breathing. Begin to bring yourself to your breath anytime that your thoughts wander. We'll just take a few more moments here in stillness before we incorporate some movement. And if there's an intention you'd like to set for your practice today, I invite you to do that. Maybe it's an intention of awareness, strength, grace, or anything else that really resonates with you. And together, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Let your belly fill, your lungs expand. Feel that heat even through your chest at the very top of your breath. And when you can't hold your breath in any longer, exhale, sigh it out, let it go. One more time, just like that. Inhale, draw that air in, let it fill you. When you reach the top of your breath, maybe sip in a little more air through your nose. And when you cannot hold the breath in any longer, exhale, sigh it out. Letting go of anything else that you are holding on to that just doesn't serve you. And right away, let's begin to bring some movement through the wrists, through your ankles, maybe your fingers and toes as well. Start by hugging your right knee in, send your left leg long just for a moment. So either pause here in stillness or bring some movement into your ankle. You can find little circles of your knee. That's a really great way to bring some space in through your hips. And then let your right knee fall open to your side just for a moment. And when you're ready, guide that knee across your chest. So bring it right back over your hip, let it come across your midline. Gentle spinal twist here. Inhale back through center. Let's just switch sides. Left knee draws in, right leg sends long. Movement through your ankle, through your hip bone, or that hip joint rather. Find some openness. With your next inhale, let your knee fall open to the side. Right arm can come out to a T, to a goalpost. Just breathe. Next inhale, knee over your hip and begin to guide it across your midline. Gaze can come over your left shoulder. One more breath. And with your next inhale, come on back through center. Let's hug the shins and begin to rock back and forth along your spine. About 2 or 3 times. And with this next time, draw yourself over your shins, bring yourself into tabletop, palms over, or palms under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale for cat-cow, crown of your head, tailbone draws towards your sky. Exhale, reverse your movement, chin to chest. Inhale, heart drops, bring it between your shoulder blades. Exhale, round. Right ear can tip towards that right hip bone, left ear towards your left hip bone if some side body movement feels really organic or natural for you to incorporate today. Perhaps draw your hips in one direction and then back in your other direction. Let's take one more round wherever you are, and we will meet in a neutral spine. Find that reach to the crown of your head, energy all the way out through your tailbone. Next inhale, right leg sends behind you, like you're pressing it back into a wall. Inhale, left fingertips reach forward, thumb points up. Exhale, knee towards your elbow round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, just flow here. So almost like that cat-cow movement, but making it a little more dramatic with that extension of your arm, of your leg. Keep using your breath with your inhale, reach a little longer. Exhale, find a little more round, more heat through your core. Abdominals hugging towards your spine. This time, reach and extend, pause here, or option to grab onto that foot with your palm, kick your foot into that hand to open up through your heart, through your hip. Few breaths here to bring some more space into your body. One more inhale. Exhale, just release and switch sides. Left leg sends behind you. Option right away for the right fingertips to reach forward. Thumb points up, and next exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Find some heat through your core, round. Inhale, reach. So this abdominal lock, that hug of your abdominals in towards your spine, we call Uddiyana Bandha in yoga. Find that on your round. Last one here. Inhale, reach, either pause, stay with that extension, or grab onto your foot, kick into your hands. Find openness, heart, hip. Just breathe. One more breath. And exhale, let it go. Let's tuck the toes, send it back for down dog. Hips shift back, heart guides back towards your thighs. Inhale, rise high onto your toes. Exhale, chest press back towards your thighs, send your heels away. 2 more times like that. Inhale, rise. Exhale, press it back. One last time. Exhale. This time, inhale, shift you forward into a high plank. Let's lower slowly. 5, 4, elbows stay hugged into your sides. 2, everything touches down, untuck your toes. Baby cobra, heart shines forward, shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, let it go. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale, release. Last time here. Maybe you find a roll of your shoulder blades down your back at the top. With your next exhale, shift it back to child's pose. So pause here for a moment, let your forehead soften into your mat. If it feels good to walk your palms over to your left, you can do so now. Find some openness to your side of your body. And then make your way to the second side if you took that variation. Knowing that child's pose always waits for you throughout this whole entire flow today, you can always return right back here. Inhale, come on through center. And within your next few breaths, bring yourself back into down dog, hip shift back again. We'll rise high onto the toes, shift your gaze forward and walk to the top of your mat. When you arrive, halfway lift, crown of your head reaches. Exhale, fold. A few more times like that, 2 more. Inhale, crown of your head reaches. Exhale, fold. Last time here, inhale. Exhale, fold. We'll root through all 4 corners of your feet, rise. Reach the fingertips overhead. Lead with your heart, dive on down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, this time send your right foot back for runner's lunge. Hips descend, heart floats. So take a moment here, bring some openness to that right hip flexor. With your exhale, shift your hips back for pyramid or a variation of it. Your back heel can stay lifted. Inhale, let's flow. Exhale, shift it back. One more time. With your next inhale, shift forward, plant your right palm, open it up to the left, spinal twist here. An option for horizon lunge. So turn onto the outside of your feet, get some more openness to this IT band and through the outside of your left hip. One more breath. With your exhale, Skandasana lunge, open it up to the long edge of your mat, bend through one leg. We've got some sunshine coming through today. Begin to flow here, side to side, bend through your knee. Openness to that left or that opposite inner thigh, whatever side you're on. Next breath, walk it to the top of your mat. Step your foot back and your choice of vinyasa from here on out. So Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, or lower it all the way down and find that baby cobra. Inhale, shift it forward, gaze shifts forward, bend through your knees, walk or float, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, big root to rise here, reach overhead. And with your exhale, dive on down, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. This next time, step your left foot back for runner's lunge, second side, hips descend, heart floats. Pause here for a moment. Good space through that left hip flexor. Exhale, hip shift back. And begin to take that flow forward. And take it back. Own pace, your own time. Next time you shift forward, let's pause there. Plant your left palm, open it up to the right spinal twist. Your option to either stay or begin to take it to that horizon lunge. So roll onto the outside of your feet. Find that good space through your IT band to the side of your hip. One more breath. And then with your exhale, let's plant the palm, open it up, Skandasana lunge, second side. Begin to flow. And now option here to bring your palms to your heart center. Stay rooted through your feet. Find a little bit of balance. Within your next breath, make your way to the top of your mat. Send your foot back and your option for your choice of vinyasa. Just flow. With your next inhale, shift your gaze forward, lift high onto your toes, walk or float top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. We reset one more time. Inhale, rise. This time, stand tall. Exhale, fingertips just interlace behind you. Find some chest openness. And then here, I invite you to bring your knuckles to your right hip and begin to walk your right ear towards your right shoulder. So just drawing some more openness through that whole right side. From here, one more breath. Find space through that whole left side. And now send your knuckles behind you, just switch sides. Knuckles to that left hip bone, walk your left ear, left shoulder. Gently draw your right shoulder away. One more breath. Exhale, release. Let's find a breath overhead. Urdhva Hastasana, upward reach. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. And step it back. This time, skip the vinyasa, just meet me in down dog. Inhale, let's float the right leg high. Bend through that knee and begin to take this to scorpion dog. So that right hip bone steps over your left. Shoulders square off, root through both your palms. Now, option to just bring some more openness through your hip before we get into this more intense part of our practice today. And when you're ready, inhale, extend the legs, square your hips off. And just switch sides, left leg floats. Find some movement there. Some openness. Still rooted through your palms. Next, inhale, lengthen through your leg, extend, square your hips off, and just walk your way to the top of your mats. Roll on up, and we'll begin to start part of our cardio for your flow today. So let's start run in place. Knees come up to your hip height. Find a little bit of a jog here. And then as we get moving, we're just gonna continue to take this a little bit deeper. So you can find some movement through your arms, let your shoulders just soften. And here's how this is gonna work today. As you run in place, I'm gonna walk you through it. Don't worry, I'll be here the whole entire time, guide you through this whole thing. But every single circuit we run through today, we have 3 circuits, each with 2 exercises in them. So this is your first exercise of your first circuit. For each of these circuits, we'll run through them 3 times. That means you're gonna come back to this 2 more times. Keep running. Yes, you can, knees a little bit higher. Let's build some heat, let your heart rate come up. I'm gonna start breathing a little bit heavier, and you're gonna start getting a little bit warmer with me. All right, let's just take a few more moments here. Second part that we have today. Just keep breathing. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna make sure I haven't misled you. Keep running. Knees a little bit higher, yes you can. We start with some jump squats with the top of our palm at the center. So let's make our way there. Feet come wider. Bring your feet together. As you step your feet out wide, bring one palm down. Step your feet in, opposite palm comes down. So begin to go at your own pace, at your own time. You're gonna control the intensity with your pacing. The faster you move, the harder it's gonna be in terms of cardio. So the goal of this entire workout is to lift your heart rate. Sink your seat a little lower. Every single time you bring your palm through center, it ensures that you take your seat lower down to the ground. Bring your feet in, you still have that hop, just like we did in that running in place. So it's kind of that same idea. Few more. Let's take 4, side to side. Send your fingertips behind you, a little more strength there. Find your triceps. 3, 2, yes you can, I'm here with you. 2, last set. Come through center, running, run in place. Here we go, get the heart rate up, yes you can. So this time, we're gonna begin to move a little bit faster, switch it up, and knowing that every single time after these circuits, I will give you a yoga reset. So you have that to look forward to. Knees higher, let's go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep breathing. 4, a little faster, 3, 2, right into those squats, let's go. Just 10. Let your gaze follow you in your movement. So every single time you sink, gaze drops. Find some joy in this. It's so cool that we get to move like this. Fingertips reach back with intention. You have 5. If you're with me on my count. 3, 2. We go straight back into the running in place. Don't be upset with me. It's okay. I'm doing it to myself too. Let's run. Knees higher. We're gonna run faster together. This is the last running in place you will do today of these circuits. So we're towards the finish of this circuit, which means I want you to run a little faster. A little faster. You're sprinting into that finish line. Let's go. Knees up for 10, 9, 8. Let's go. Use that strong breath every single time you exhale. Make it audible. 4, 3, 2, and let's go straight into the squats. 10. Palm through center. Let's go. Yes, you can. Push it to get lower. Really awesome job. Maybe turn your music up. You're working with some. Be a really good time to crank that up. Rev your energy for something like that. If you're on my count, that's how many we're doing. You have 2 more. Last set. Last set to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach. Big reach. Exhale, let's fold. Let's touch the breath. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We reset again. Sun A. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lead with your heart. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, step it back to down dog. From here, inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, side to chest, step your foot through. Let's find crescent lunge. Root to your right foot. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge forward. Heart draws forward towards your thigh. Inhale, rise. 2 more times. Exhale, hinge. Let that heart rate slow. Doesn't mean we're not active though. We're still finding some heat through that front quad. Inhale, reach this time. Warrior 2. Back heel turns down, fingertips reach. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, find side angle. Let's flow there 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale. 1 more time. And this time, plant your palms, step your foot back. Your option for a vinyasa, 3-legged vinyasa, traditional vinyasa, or meet me in down dog. Inhale, shift your gaze forward. Walk or float your way to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Big root to rise here, reach. Pause, grab your left wrist, hinge over to your right side. Create some space to that left side of your body. Really root to that left foot. And with your inhale, just switch sides. Exhale, grab on the opposite wrist, hinge. Few more breaths here. So we'll find that flow on the second side after our next circuit. So with your inhale, come through center, exhale, palms through heart center, just pause. Root through your feet, get grounded. Maybe you close your eyes, soften your gaze, take this inward. Recall your intention, 1 more breath. And with your exhale, we start second circuit, 2 exercises. We're coming between speed skaters and mountain climbers. So starting with the speed skaters to rev our heart rate again. Start at one end of your mat. You're gonna find a step to one or to the other side. Either tap your foot behind you or float. Let's go. Here. So the arm can cross in front for some balance. Maybe you try to keep it in a place where your whole upper body stays controlled. So the focus is dynamic in the lower body. Upper body stays still as a result of core strength and control. Let's take 10, a little faster. Let's go 8. Really nice, keep breathing. 5. Don't let your upper body swing, I just caught myself. All right, 2 more. Even out. When you're done, top of your mat, palms plant. We have mountain climbers next. So step your feet back, right knee draws in, left knee draws in. Just begin to alternate. So for anyone with wrist tension, I want you to bring yourself down to your forearms. You can always find a bend one knee at a time as well. It's a really great way to adapt this, or pick it up. Pick it up. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold in your plank, breathe, 1 breath. Exhale, hip shift back. Walk yourself in, right back into speed skaters, let's go. Woo. Oh, it's so fast. All this cardio, it's back after back, back to back. So it keeps our heart rate up. It'll make that yoga flow in between that much sweeter. 10, 9. You can always tap that foot. Take it a little slower, up to you. Let's go 5, 4. If you're with me on that count. If not, just find these transitions at the same time. So meet me, top of your mountain climber. Woo. This time, option to cross your chest with that leg. So right leg towards left elbow. Hips will stay square, heart stays square. So you're really isolating through your obliques, your core, and just be really sure, right? Hips aren't up like in a down dog. Keep your hips lower. Keep that engagement in your core. 5, 3. Last set. Last side, meet me through center. Find your breath. 1 more inhale. And exhale, we have our last round in that circuit. Let's go. Yes, you can. So always an option to find that tap. If you're getting more fatigued and this doesn't feel good, once you begin a side lunge, that's always an option to sub out for that speed skater. 10 is a smaller number than some of these other ones. Woo, let's go 4. Try not to fall over. Find your drishti, your gaze on a steady point. 3, 2. Last set. Last side, mountain climbers. Last round, let's go. Maybe you twist. Up to you. 10. Faster. 8. 5. 4. 3. 2. Hold. 2 breaths. Because you're that strong. Let it go. Anything not serving you. 1 more breath. And exhale, shift your hips back. Inhale, shift your gaze forward. Walk it to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Crown of your head reaches. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, reach overhead. Exhale, let's practice the arms, heart shines forward. Inhale, reach. A few more times like that. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lead with your heart. Just straight into that Uttanasana, second side. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, step yourself back into down dog. Inhale, rise with that left leg. Exhale, thigh to chest, step your foot through. Crescent lunge, second side, inhale, rise. With your exhale, flow. Heart draws forward, just like we did on the first side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, drop forward 2 more times. Y'all, I am sweaty, I'm breathing hard. So if you're wondering if you're doing it right, if you're wondering if you're alone, the answer is you're not alone and you are doing it right. Warrior 2, back heel turns down, fingertips reach. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, drop forward. Inhale, reverse it again. Stay bent through that front knee. One more time. Exhale, palms frame the front foot back, or send that left leg back, and your option to flow three-legged, traditional, up to you. Meet me in down dog. Take a moment, because we are heading into our last circuit. So just 2 more exercises, 3 times through. Inhale, shift your gaze forward. Exhale, walk or float top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, root to rise, and we'll stay lifted. Palms through heart center. Bring your intention there again. Let that power you through this last circuit. So from here, we start with burpees. 10 burpees each time. And then we'll go straight into a boat pose to low boat pose 10 times. So it's gonna be fast. I want you to work at your own pace. If you wanna go faster than me, then go faster than me. After this, we have a whole extra yoga flow that will cool things down with. So let's go, 10 burpees. So palms can plant, you can step 1 foot back, step it in, keep it low impact, rise onto your toes, or hop it back, push up from your knees, or from your toes, up to you. 10. Let's go. Really nice job. Keep with it. You've made it this far. Don't quit now. When you're through with your burpees, right away, meet me in boat pose. Seat comes down, heart lifts up towards your thighs. Pause here. So those burpees are so high with that cardio. Boat pose is gonna give you a little bit of an opportunity to settle, but inhale to low boats, use your core, drive you up. You have 10 here. Really nice. And just a reminder, if the number I throw out doesn't work for you, no worries. Just get in as many as you can in that time frame. The strength will come. Stick with it. 3 if you're with me. 2. Hold. 1 breath. Right away, roll over your shins. And we're back into those burpees when you're ready. Knees can always come down for that push up or ditch it all together. Ooh. Yes, you can. Oh my gosh. I'm slightly regretting that number 10. Oh, if you're with me there, no worries. Just as many as you can in this time frame. When you're through, right into boat pose. Make your way there. 10. Use your breath. Strong exhale on that exertion. Hold 1 breath. And then when you're ready, last round, take a sip of water if you need to before we go through that. But whenever you're ready, the sooner you start, the sooner you're done. Are you still breathing? Where's your intention? Ooh. When you are through with your burpees, join me. Boat pose, we're there. Let's go. really fatiguing these muscle groups because of the way this is structured today. You can always plant your palms behind you for more support as well. When you're done holding that bow pose, meet me here, hold your version. One breath, and exhale, cobbler's pose. Soles of your feet come together. Let's take a moment, hinge forward with your straight spine. Maybe let your shoulders round, or walk those fingerprints, or walk those palms a fingerprint or two in front of you. Breathe space into the sides of your glutes and your hips. Ooh, really awesome job. Walk yourself up when you're ready. Roll yourself over your shins, meet me back in tabletop. Same way we started, find a cat-cow. Begin to let your breath slow. Begin to make this incredibly intentional. Every single inhale, every single exhale. Really nice. I'm so sweaty. When you're ready, come on back to your neutral spine. Let's tuck the toes. We'll find one quick flow before we really start to slow things down. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest. Step your foot through. Low lunge, back knee comes down. Inhale, fingertips reach overhead. So very similar to the way we started, creating space in that hip flexor, and then exhale, palms plant. Hips shift back for half splits. Find some length through your hamstrings. Inhale, let's flow. Own pace, own time. This is yours. This is your practice. Next time you shift forward, let's just pause there, rise, maybe find a little back bend, open up for all that core work we've done. And now exhale, plant your palms, step that foot back, meet me in down dog, tuck your toes. Take a moment, pedal side to side, bend through one knee, lengthen through the other. And eventually find stillness. With your next inhale, left leg floats. Exhale, chin to chest, step it through. Untuck your back toes, rise for that low lunge. Really beautiful job. Whenever you're ready, just begin to flow. You already know what it looks like. We just did it on that first side. Low lunge into that half splits. Maybe spending extra time in one of those spaces, depending on if your hamstrings feel tighter here, or if you're seeking more openness through your hip flexor. One more time. Next time you shift forward, let's pause. Find a little arch back if it feels okay. Good hip flexor release. And now exhale, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step that foot in, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Let's reset before we slow it down. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, reach. Exhale, cactus your arms, heart shaped forward again, just a little more openness. Inhale, reach. And fold. Halfway lift, inhale. This time, step it back into your down dog. Option for one last vinyasa if you are feeling extra ambitious. But eventually, let's float that right leg again, just the way we started, rise, and find scorpion dog. Let that hip bone stack over your left. If you're seeking more openness and you want to flip for wild thing, I invite you to do that. Find some circle through your arm. But eventually, we'll settle in for single leg pigeon, square your hips off. That right knee comes towards your right wrist. Hip stays square. A moment to stack your shoulders over your hips. If you'd like, grab your back foot for more openness through your quad muscle. They worked really hard today. And eventually settling into that sleeping variation of single leg pigeon. Really awesome job. Oh my gosh, y'all can tell how sweaty I am. It is warm in this room. Ooh, let's just settle. And when you're ready, when you feel complete on this side, gently walking yourself up. Tuck your toes and make your way back into down dog. Next inhale, float that left leg, either scorpion dog or that flip for wild thing. Just drive your hips towards the sky if you're in wild thing. Stillness with your arm or movement, circles, up to you. And eventually bringing yourself back and drawing yourself into single leg pigeon on that second side. Always an option for you is to come into a figure four stretch if pigeon isn't for you. Taking one leg over that opposite thigh and hugging it in towards your chest. So if you prefer that variation to get a release for your glute, then by all means, take that. When you're ready, eventually settling into sleeping pigeon if you're there. So in this really intense, high intensity interval type practice, we aren't given a lot of time to think about anything outside of this space. So being really mindful as you make the shift back into stillness of where you're beginning to direct your energy. And for these last few moments, let's make an extra effort to continue to direct this energy inward, back into ourselves. Really allowing yourself this time to just simply be. You've set aside this time to care for yourself. So now just let yourself take it. And when you feel complete in this stretch, eventually making your way to a space for Shavasana, final resting pose. So if being reclined doesn't feel good for you, it's always an option to take this seated. But eventually settling, maybe take a happy baby stretch on your way there. Perhaps restorative bridge. If you took a stretch that has a second side to it, I invite you to switch sides now. And making your way into Shavasana if you're not already there. In our final few moments together, take a moment here to thank yourself for making this commitment to show up for yourself, for your personal well-being. Thank yourself for making that a priority today. That's incredible. And then once you've done that, just allow yourself to settle once more into this space right here, right now. And once again, recalling your intention. And just notice what has shifted from that first moment when you set that intention. Noticing if that still resonates as you make your shift from your mat back into your life. And now that we have spent some time in our bodies and brought our minds into this present moment, maybe you set a new intention or an additional intention to carry forward with you in your day today. And it's always an option to stay here in Shavasana a while longer if this is what you need today. Or when you're ready, begin to move in your fingers, your toes, bring some movement back into your body. And let's take one more stretch, full body stretch. Interlace your palms, reach them overhead, and let your exhale draw you off to one side. Eventually making your way into a seated space, no rush, in your own time. Palms draw through heart center. And just bringing all of this beautiful energy that you have connected to all of this strength, all of this goodness into your heart center. And once more, connecting to gratitude for the fact that you have a body that can move in such incredible, strong, and powerful ways. Bring that all into your heart center. Let it live here. And that simple meaning of namaste is the light in me honors the light in you. And in honoring of the roots of this practice, I invite you to join me in closing practice with that today. The light in me is so grateful for, recognizes and reflects the light in you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.